When you talk to me, you may think I only hear sounds. You may think I only react to the can opening, the treat bag moving, or that familiar tone you use when you want my attention. But I have been learning from you for longer than you know. Not through lessons, not through rules, but through the small patterns of everyday life. I learn what happens after a sound. I learn the name you say before you look at me, the sharp word that changes the air, the sweet word that brings food, the names that belong to others in the house, and one phrase that only works if every memory after it has felt safe. To you, they may seem like simple words. To me, they carry feelings: safety, excitement, worry, comfort, or trust. So before you decide I'm ignoring you, remember this: I may have understood more than I ever showed, and one word you use every day may be shaping whether I trust you enough to come closer. The first word I know is my own name. You may say it from across the room, watch my ears move, see me glance at you for half a second, and then wonder why I turn away as if your voice meant nothing. But that does not always mean I failed on to understand. Studies have suggested that cats can distinguish their own names from random words, even from words that sound similar, which means the sound you gave me may be more familiar than you think. I hear it inside the pattern of the house. I know when it belongs to me. But hearing is not the same as obeying, and recognizing is not the same as running toward you. I listen, I measure the moment, and then I choose what feels worth answering. Dogs were shaped for a long time to respond closely to human commands, but I was never built around obedience in the same way. My response depends on what my name has usually brought me. If it often comes before food, play, a soft hand, or a gentle moment, I may lift myself and come closer. If it often comes before a bath, medicine, nail trimming, or being pushed into a carrier, I may stay where I am because memory speaks louder than the word itself. When I do not come, it may not be because I did not hear you. It may be because I remember what usually happens after my name. The second word I know is no, but not always in the way you think. You may believe I stop because I understand the rule, respect the command, and know exactly which line I crossed. Sometimes I do learn that a certain sound means something should change, but what reaches me first is often not the meaning of the word. It is the sharpness in your tone, the sudden rise in volume, the tension in your body, and the feeling that the room has become unsafe. If no is too loud, too angry, or repeated every time I act like a cat, I may not learn what you want from me. I may only learn that your voice can become stressful without warning. Then you might see me hide, flinch, avoid your hand, stay away when you call, or grow stiff when you move too quickly. To you, it may look like guilt or stubbornness, but to me, it may simply be caution. A calm no can help if it is short, steady, and followed by something I am allowed to do. Show me the scratching post instead of the sofa, the toy instead of your hand, the climbing place instead of the forbidden counter. I learn better when the lesson gives me a safe direction, not only a sudden stop. So if you want me to understand, make the words small and the guidance clear. Teach me what to do next, not only what made your voice turn sharp. The third word I know may be the easiest one: treat. After the word no, this one feels different because it usually does not make the room tense. It makes the room interesting. You may whisper it from another place, almost as a joke, and somehow I appear as if I had been waiting for that exact moment all along. But I am not magic. I have simply been learning the pattern you created. A sound comes first, then something good follows, and after enough repeats, my mind connects the two before the food is even in front of me. No one sat me down for a vocabulary lesson. You just said the same word before offering something delicious again and again until the sound itself began to carry promise. And it is not only the word I notice. I may learn the rustle of the bag, the opening of a cabinet, the path of your steps toward the kitchen, or the time of day when this small ritual usually happens. To you, treat may mean a snack. To me, it may mean attention, routine, and a tiny moment where your world turns toward mine, soft, predictable, and kind enough. That is why I may come so quickly, even when I ignored my name a minute ago. You taught me that word without knowing it, and I learned it because the ending was always good. The fourth word may not even belong to me. After treat, you may think the next word I understand must be another sound connected to my own reward, but sometimes I learn a name that belongs to someone else. When you call another cat in the house and I lift my head, you may think I am only reacting to your voice or being curious, but I may have heard that name hundreds of times, and I may have watched what happens after it. Research has suggested that cats living with other cats can connect a housemate's name with the right cat, which means I may be keeping track of more than you realize. I know who usually comes when that name is called, who eats from which bowl, who prefers the warm chair, who sleeps near the window, and who moves away when the room becomes too busy. So when you say that other name, I may look toward the doorway, the food area, the favorite blanket, or the quiet corner where that cat often appears. I am not always outside the conversation just because I stay still. I am building a map of this home in my own quiet way, linking voices, names, habits, places, and moods into something that helps me understand where I belong. I may not join every conversation, but I have been listening to the shape of this family. The fifth phrase is the one that says the most about us. Come here. You may think it is a simple command, and that if I walk towards you, I am being good, while if I stay away, I am difficult. But I was not born understanding those words. I learned them from every time you said them, and from everything that happened afterward. To me, come here carries a history. If it has usually led to your softer voice, a gentle hand I was allowed to accept or refuse, a small treat, a warm place beside you, or a moment where nothing frightening followed, then the phrase can feel safe enough to answer. I may pause, listen, and decide that coming closer is worth the trust. But if those words have led to being grabbed, lifted when I did not want it, held for nail trimming, given medicine, or pushed into a carrier, then I may hear more than a request. I may hear a warning shaped like an invitation. That does not mean I'm stubborn. It means I remember. So if you want those words to bring me nearer, protect them. Use come here for good things more often than difficult ones. Pair it with patience, a slow blink, a reward or touch only if I choose it. Do not use it to trick me, because one broken pattern can stay longer than expected. When I step towards you after hearing that phrase, I am not only recognizing language, I am choosing the memory of you over the possibility of fear. When I come to you, I am not obeying like a dog. I am trusting what those words have meant before. So yes, I hear more than you think. I hear my name, and I know when that sound belongs to me. I hear no, and I feel whether it comes as guidance or fear. I hear treat, and my body remembers the good ending that usually follows. I hear the names of the other cats home, and I understand more of our family than you may expect. And when I hear come here, I do not hear only two words. I hear every memory those words have carried before. But the deepest thing I learn is not a dictionary. It is the pattern after each sound, the feeling that arrives with it, and the way your voice changes the room me. One word can become safety, excitement, worry, or distance depending on how you use it. You do not need to speak perfectly. Just be gentler, fairer, and more consistent. Your words teach me, but your tone tells me whether I can trust the lesson. Maybe I am just a cat. I may not understand every sentence you say, but I know the sounds that return to me again and again. I know my name when it is spoken with patience. I know the word that brings food and the small happiness that follows it. I know no when it guides me gently, not when it makes me afraid. I know when you are calling another cat, another member of this home, and I know when your voice is asking me to come closer. I do not need you to choose perfect words every time. I only need your voice to become something familiar, steady, and safe enough for me to trust. Over time, that is how ordinary words become part of love, memory, and the quiet language we share each day in this home together. Maybe I am just a cat, but I know the words that have loved me gently. Which word does your cat always respond to?